My guest today is Colette McGahon, who is the Artistic Director and Chief Executive of Opera Collective Ireland. Colette, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me today about the upcoming collaboration between the Irish Chamber Orchestra and Opera Collective. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, Matthew, and 10 out of 10 for that lovely pronunciation of my difficult surname. I don't hear it that often from non-Irish people, so excellent.
Well, there we go. Thank you very much for that compliment. So, before we talk about Alice's adventures, I want to ask you about Opera Collective. Now, I know that you're a singer, and I wondered what is the mission of the company and how your own musical background played a part in sort of forming that.
I suppose when I started to wind down my own career, I started to teach, first of all, for just a little bit, and I was teaching and singing at the same time. And then as time went by, the teaching rather, took over. And once I got into that area of my life, I sort of was able to look around and realize that a lot of young singers had nowhere to go once they had finished their training. There was a big gap between that point in time and the point where they might be in a position to go fully into the profession, and they needed a bit of a helping hand. So with my colleague Suzanne Murphy and my very good friend the tenor Paul McNamara, who now runs the Dutch National Opera Studio, we got together and decided that we should try and form something that was going to provide that leg up, basically.
Are they Irish singers?
Yes, I think we're still probably the only company who has a commitment to using exclusively Irish singers where at all possible. I think we've had maybe one occasion where we might have had to go for the particular voice type where there was just nobody here on the ground. But yes, that's our commitment is to use all Irish singers.
So I can't even say it, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is an opera by Will Todd and Maggie Gottlieb, and I know that Stephen Barlow's conducting. So I was part of the Irish Chamber Orchestra for the production of Agrippina, and I think that's some years ago, and we did some absolutely thrilling performances, although I say it myself. Now, I don't know anything about Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, so can you give me some insights about what to expect?
I can, of course. Well, this is a very different departure for us, and it's something I've wanted to do for many, many years since I first accidentally came across it. So it's a lot of fun, but it's musically very different. It's a mixture of jazz, blues, sort of music theatre, very cleverly designed and kind of designed on the ear for young people and families, and maybe for people who are going for the first time to an opera. So it's absolutely completely singable. You'll come out singing all the tunes. It looks glorious and delicious, and of course everybody knows the story. So yeah, a lot of fun and a different audience for us, which we're very excited about as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like the idea that it's sort of a mishmash of all different types of music.
Yeah, I think that's very attractive, because different characters, like the caterpillar, sings in a very sort of droll, jazzy, as if it was like midnight and he'd smoked a lot of cigarettes or something, that kind of voice. And whereas Alice is all upbeat and gorgeous. And so, yeah, each character has a very sort of unique style of music to sing.
And is it, talking of your mission, going back to what we said at the beginning, is it important for you that opera is experienced across the whole country?
Yeah, I think that's really important. And we're almost 10 years old now. And we've been very lucky in terms of funding that the Arts Council have been fantastically supportive over all of those 10 years. And I think a large part of that has been our sort of commitment to travel wherever we need to go and to try and spread ourselves around. Even though we're project funded, we only get one production a year, really. So, but we still try and, every year go places where we haven't been before. So I think that's really important for public money. I think when you're spending public money, you have to go to where you haven't been before.
Yeah, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see it. Talking of seeing it, I know there are several performances. It's a family opera. Where are you going to be performing it?
Well, we will perform. We open in Kilkenny so in the Watergate in Kilkenny. And then on Sunday, the 3rd of April, we are in Navan. And then the 6th of April, we're in Limerick. And then the 8th and the 9th, we're in the Pavilion in Dunleary. So that's that. I think I did very well with that, actually, to remember all those.
You know what? I think we should quit while we're ahead.
I agree.
Colette, thank you ever so much for taking the time to talk to me today. I really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks very much, Matthew.